Taehyung understood that feeling all too well. The burden of expectations, the struggle to crave out your own path when the world already had a plan for you. I worked hard to build my company from the ground up, Jungkook said, his voice filled with pride. And I succeed. I turned JK Corporation in a global empire, something that was truly mine. But my father, he wasn't happy. Taehyung's brows furrowed slightly. He wasn't happy that you were successful. Jungkook let out a humorous laugh. No, he wasn't happy that I succeed without him. Jungkook's expression darkened, his fingers curling into a fist against the desk. He tried to sabotage me. Taehyung inhaled sharply. What? Jungkook nodded, his gaze distant, as if he was revealing the past. At first, it was subtle. He would try to interfere with my investor, pull strings behind the scenes to block my deals. But when that didn't work, he got desperate. Taehyung felt a chill run down his spine. What did he do? Jungkook hesitated before speaking. He tried to ruin me, he said, his voice thick with venom. He bribed my board members to turn against me, spread rumors to destroy my reputation, even tried to get me arrested for fraud. Taehyung's eyes widened. Jungkook could have lost everything, but I wouldn't let him, Jungkook said, his voice hard. I fought back and I won. A heavy silence settled between them. Taehyung had always known Jungkook was powerful. He had seen the way people respected him, feared him, but now he realized why. Jungkook wasn't just successful, he had survived a war. But the cost was high, Jungkook continued, his voice quieter now. His eyes flickered with something haunted, as if he was remembering the things he had done, the people he had lost. I had to make difficult choices, he admitted. Choices that I'm not proud of. Taehyung's heart ached. He could see the weight Jungkook carried, the battle scar no one else noticed. Jungkook? Taehyung whispered. Jungkook shook his head, looking down at his hands. Sometimes I wonder if it was all worth it. The confession shattered something inside Taehyung. Jungkook, the powerful CEO, the man who seemed untouchable, was hurting. He wasn't just a leader, he was a man who had fought tooth and nail for everything he had. And now he was afraid. Afraid of the past, afraid of losing himself, afraid of losing Taehyung. I'm sorry, Jungkook said, his voice barely above a whisper. I'm sorry for everything. Taehyung didn't hesitate. He reached out, taking Jungkook's hand in his own. You don't have to apologize, he murmured. His thumb brushed over Jungkook's knuckles, grounding him. I'm here for you, no matter what. Jungkook's head lifted, his dark eyes locking onto Taehyung's. And in that moment, Taehyung knew. Jungkook had been alone for a long time. For years he had fought battles in silence, never letting anyone close enough to see the cracks beneath his armor. But tonight he had let Taehyung in, and Taehyung wouldn't walk away. He couldn't. Then, without saying a word, Jungkook leaned forward and kissed him. The kiss was soft, gentle, but it held so much more than words ever could. Jungkook wasn't just kissing him, he was giving him something, a part of himself that he had never given anyone else, a piece of his heart. Taehyung melted, his fingers tightening around Jungkook's hand. He felt the warmth of Jungkook's lips, the silent desperation behind them, the unspoken plea not to leave, and Taehyung knew he wouldn't. Jungkook pulled back slightly, his breath warm against Taehyung's lips. His eyes searched Taehyung's face, as if trying to memorize every detail. I don't deserve you, Jungkook whispered. Taehyung shook his head. You deserve more than you think, he said softly, and I'm not going anywhere. Jungkook's eyes darkened with emotion, and then he kissed him again, deeper, hungrier. This time there was no hesitation, no more fear, just the quiet understanding between two souls who had finally found their way to each other. And in that moment Taehyung knew this was just the beginning. As they kissed, Taehyung felt like he was home. It was like he had finally found the missing piece of his puzzle. Jungkook pulled back, his eyes shining with emotion. "I'm so sorry," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "I shouldn't have kept secrets from you." Taehyung smiled, his heart full. "You don't have to apologize," he said. "I'm just glad you trusted me enough to tell me." Jungkook's face lighted up with a radiant smile. "I'm glad I did too," he said, his eyes burning with intensity. As they hugged, Taehyung felt like he was exactly where he was meant to be. But the little did they know, their happiness was short-lived. Jungkook's past was about to come back to haunt him, and Taehyung was about to find himself caught in the crossfire. As the days went on, Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship grew stronger, each moment shared weaving their lives more tightly together. They were no longer just CEO and assistant. They were partners in something fragile, fierce, and beautiful. Their secret kisses, soft laughter, and stolen glances in the office made the world feel lighter. But the past, the shadows of Jungkook's past lingered. Like as always, past refused to stay buried. One evening, as the sky turned a moody grey and the city lights blinked to life, Taehyung and Jungkook stepped out of the JK Corporation building. The air was cool, and Taehyung smiled as he slipped his hand into Jungkook's discreetly. Then Taehyung noticed a strange man watching them. A man standing across the street, leaning casually against a black car, tall and wiry, dressed in an expensive coat, his dark hair slicked back, his eyes, sharp, glinted with malice, locked onto Taehyung's, and a slow, knowing shriek spread across his face. Taehyung's steps fluttered. "Jungkook, that man." Jungkook turned his head, and the second he saw him, his entire demeanor shifted. The warmth vanished from his eyes, replaced by cold steel. "Come with me," he said quickly, pulling Taehyung by the waist. They slipped down a nearby alley, hidden from view. The city noise dulled as the tension between them grew thick. "What's wrong? Who was that?" Taehyung asked, his chest tight with fear. Jungkook leaned against the wall, exhaling slowly. "That man, he's from my past," Jungkook said, his voice low and menacing. "He's not someone to be trusted. His name is Minho," he said grimly. "He used to work with my father, one of his most trusted men." Taehyung's eyes widened as Jungkook's eyes seemed to flash with anger. "What did he do to you?" Taehyung asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Jungkook's expression turned haunted. "He was one of my father's associates," he said. "He was involved in some of the darkest parts of our business," Jungkook admitted. Taehyung's eyes widened in shock. "What kind of parts?" he asked, his voice trembling. Jungkook's face turned cold. "Parts that involve hurting people," he said. "Parts that involve destroying lives. Blackmail, extortion, even violence. My father used him to clean up messes, dirty messes." Taehyung felt a chill run down his spine. He had never imagined that Jungkook's past was so dark. "Why is he here now?" Jungkook's gaze sharpened. "Because of you." Taehyung froze.